published a new article. The article's title is Alabama Fanatics Tie Up Exclusive Store Could Change the Tide of Future NIL Deals and Promotions. Recently, a space at Bryant-Denny was created known as The Authentic. It's actually a part of a deal that Fanatics struck with the University of Alabama this year. The arrangement actually calls for Fanatics to pay Alabama a guaranteed amount of money annually over the course of 10 years. So basically, the store is a spot that athletes are able to use to be able to sell their jersey, maybe cards, and how it works for profits is there will be 3 cuts. It'll be one for the player and their specific merchandise, some for Fanatics for having the store set up, and then also to the University of Alabama. So there's 3 parties benefiting from this space. The Authentic provides a medium to further NIL opportunities, giving athletes a platform and a structure to continue and to evolve and grow with us, said by athletic director Greg Byrne. So basically, the Authentic is a space for athletes to not only be able to maybe sell their jerseys, their cards, specific merchandise that Alabama has for them, but also be able to have a market for their NIL deals. And so when athletes are just looking at schools, they're looking for schools that they're going to be able to get NIL deals. And by Alabama making this space for its athletes, it's putting itself in front of the competition because they're providing a solid space where athletes are able to advertise and sell NIL deals and brands that they may have. And this is very attractive for companies looking to give NIL deals to players because they have a specific place in their stadium that they will be able to sell their product because athletes will have NIL deals with them. And also, this just makes it a lot easier on the athlete. A lot of athletes are very busy in their day-to-day. When they're looking for NIL deals, they do want them, but they can't do all the work themselves. And Alabama just providing this space is a very good recruiting tactic for them because players will be very attracted to the idea of being able to have NIL deals and just having a solid space where they can sell their likeness and help. Yeah. And then Greg Byrne also says that this space will not only be a one-stop shop, but it will also be a space where they can come in and benefit from it directly and not need to build infrastructure. What Greg Byrne is saying here is that they won't need to kind of build up their NIL brand to be able to get recognition because Alabama has that recognition already and has that space where they'll be able to advertise their brands that they are sponsored by. So, once again, it's very lucrative for the companies because they will already have a space they know that they will be advertised through the athletes. And it's good for the athletes because they're not having to do as much work in kind of advertising the brand. And then finally, just Alabama benefits from this because a lot of athletes will be looking at this and say, man, this is a great opportunity for me as a recruit to be able to get an NIL deal. And this will help them, I think, at recruitment a lot. My key takeaways, I think having a space for athletes to grow their brand through NIL is actually an amazing recruitment tactic. Like I was talking about earlier, athletes NIL deals are becoming very common in sports, and there's deals that are just happening for large amounts of money. So I think providing a space for NIL deals and brands to be able to happen for their athletes is very smart, and it will help their recruitment a lot. And because of this, I think actually more colleges will try and recreate what Alabama is doing with Fanatics, with the Authentic, and trying to create a space where their athletes and companies have easy access to be able to advertise their NIL deals. And I think that this will be very good for the future of the sport. And just as NIL develops, it will be very interesting to see.